What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year's Eve. It's about to be 2024, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, Sugar Salon TV. Okay, this is really brief. It's just out of my spirit, as far as just out of my knowledge, out of my brain. I don't have anything written down or documented. So one of my beautiful subscribers, Longevity 2055, she actually requested this video, so thank you so much, girl. Shout out to you. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna put her YouTube handle up here, so thank you, girl, again for requesting this video. Finally getting it up for you. Keep the requests coming if it's a video or anything you want to know about or possibly want to see me do or discuss, whether it's about the hair industry, you know, owning a salon, being a hairstylist, about anything about healthy hair or whatever, you guys, just drop it in the comments below. I'll get it up on here within 2 weeks or less, because I'm officially retired as of yesterday, which was Saturday. That was my last day behind the chair, actually officially doing hair. So again, I will be doing hair on my YouTube channel still, so you'll see me doing hair on mannequins as well as live people, so you'll see that too. But anyway, you guys, she requested that I do a video on how to maintain relaxed hair. So first of all, one thing about relaxers, there's different kind of relaxers. You know, I like to give you guys audio where you can hear me talking. I also like to put stuff on the screen so you can get also a video of it. Then that helps you to kind of comprehend it a little bit better. If you miss what I say, then you can also see it on the screen. So anyway, I'll go over the different relaxers with you guys, because there are different ones. You know, I will put them up there. There are regular relaxers, which are live relaxers, LYE relaxers, and they have lie in them. And then there are relaxers that are called no lie. So the word no and then LYE. There are other relaxers that have different chemicals in them. And also, you know, I did a video with which I will put the link down below in the description box of how the FDA is considering banning relaxers, but they're mainly concerned with trying to ban relaxers that have formaldehyde in it. So anyway, I'm going to drop that video down in the description box below if you want to know more about what the FDA is trying to do. You know, I even put some links down there in that video, in that description box for that video, you know, which will show, you know, you can read a little bit more about that, you know. So that is interesting. That's an interesting video, and it's packed full of kind of knowledge and wisdom for you on relaxers. But anyway, how to maintain relaxers. So once you get a relaxer, you guys, your hair has been chemically treated. So once you get rid of a relaxer in your hair, any kind of chemical, you know, then you're not considered natural or naturalista anymore, because you now have a chemical in your hair. So when it comes to relaxers, it's a chemical. So one thing about relaxers, you know, it just depends on your hairstylist, to be honest with you, because some hairstylists, they will tell you to come in once a month to get a relaxer. You know, some will tell you come every 2.5 months. Some may tell you to come every 3 months. But the recommendations to get a relaxer retouch is 6 to 8 weeks. For me, if I have clients that have relaxed hair, then, you know, when I had clients that had relaxed hair, you know, I definitely would go, because everybody's different. The whole goal with a relaxer retouch is to only relax the new growth. Once your hair grows in and you have ample enough amount of new growth, then you can get the relaxer retouch. Now, in my opinion, it may vary from client to client, which you guys can probably understand that it's going to vary from woman to woman. Whether they're my client or not, it's going to vary from woman to woman. I'm sure you guys can figure this out, because people's hair grow at different rates. Some people grow, you know, hair grow a little bit faster than somebody else's. And what's kind of going to make the determination with that is how far or how fast your hair grows it's going to be based on, you know, genetics. You know, like I always tell you guys on this channel, it has to do with genetics, blood, you know, a lot of stuff has to do with that. Your genetics, your family, your background. Like some people's family got long hair. Some people's family has shorter hair. Some people's family have super thick hair. Some has thinner, softer, finer textures of hair. So a lot of that is genetics, you know. But not to go so deep on this, but the thing of it is, you know, it just depends on how fast your hair grows, whether you have enough new growth to do a retouch on. Because if you don't have enough hair, new growth for the retouch, then pretty much the stylist is going to be putting a chemical on top of chemically treated hair. So he or she is going to be putting a chemical relaxer on top of hair that's already been chemically treated, which that can cause your hair to become overprocessed. And then once your hair is overprocessed, it can start to break off because it's overprocessed. You're like relaxing hair that's already relaxed. So you definitely don't want to do that. On one of my videos, I'm doing like what I call a comb through. Old school stylists call that. And I get a lot of questions on that video. I will drop it down in the description box. I get questions or comments about, you know, why are you doing the relaxer on her ends again? Her hair already looks straight. Well, with that client, she got a virgin relaxer. She was totally natural and got a virgin relaxer, meaning that her hair was totally natural, no chemicals. That's what a virgin relaxer is. So sometimes you guys, when you're doing a virgin relaxer, of course you start relaxing the ends first. But with any kind of relaxer, whether it's a virgin relaxer or relaxer retouch, you're not gonna leave the relaxer on too long, because if you leave it on too long, like I just mentioned, you can overprocess someone's hair. So sometimes when you do a virgin relaxer on somebody and it's their first time getting a virgin relaxer, sometimes because of the time limits and the time constraints, and you a healthy hairstylist like me, you don't want to overprocess their hair by trying to get it bone straight or straight as possible on the first time. So sometimes you may have to go back and do what us old school stylists call a comb through. And then you just put the relaxer on the ends. You comb it through, and then you do the new growth at the roots. Because, you don't want to overprocess their hair on their first virgin relaxer. Now that happens a lot of times, or sometimes you'll get new clients and they have relaxed hair, but then when you shampoo their hair, you see that their ends are very puffy. So I know as an old school stylist that the reason it's like that, because when that client got their very first virgin relaxer, the stylist didn't get the ends as straight as should be. So on this particular video that I'm going to put down in the description box below, it's a video that I did. My client had very long hair, very beautiful hair, totally natural. I did a virgin relaxer, and then she came in for a retouch. I had already asked her, because after I did the virgin relaxer, her ends was still a little puffy. And so I told her, I said, just wear your hair a couple of weeks or whatever. When you come back in for your relaxer retouch in 6 to 8 weeks, then, you can let me know then if you think your ends is still too puffy. If they're too puffy, then I can go ahead and do a comb through, which us old school stylists, we call a comb through, where you just put the relaxer on the ends to get that puffiness a little straight, because it didn't get as straight as it should have on the first try. It got more texturized. And again, the purpose is you do not want to overprocess somebody's hair by trying to get that virgin relaxer totally straight on the first try. So for that video, when she comes in and I'm doing that comb through, I'm doing that retouch, I'm getting a lot of comments about why am I doing the comb through, why am I putting the relaxer on the ends, because her ends look straight. Well, when she came in and she sat in my chair, of course her ends look straight because she's been flat ironing her hair out. So it looked straight because it was puffy, because she need a comb through. So when people look at the video and they look at the client, her hair, the ends look bone straight, but it's not. if I was to wet her hair or shampoo her hair, it would be puffy, and then her roots would be straight like relaxed hair, and her ends will be puffy, like almost like a texturized hair, like totally not straight enough. So I get that question on that video, which is, great for me, because, I like when people drop comments below. I like when people ask questions. That way I can engage with my viewers and engage with my subscribers, and I can give them an educated, professional, answer, response, reply. So I always thank people when they have a question, and they may be questioning, why am I doing what I'm doing. So even though I had another subscriber drop that same kind of comment, I explained to her, a lot of times people before they leave a comment, they're not putting a comment, or they're not reading the comments, rather, that, someone else already, and realized that somebody else had already asked that same thing, and I had explained. But anyway, with relaxed hair, the maintenance of it, you have to really realize that you can't treat chemically treated hair like you treat natural hair, but for chemically treated hair, I would say, get your relaxer, retouch about every 6 to 8 weeks, which is like a month and a half, 2 months. Now if you look at your own hair and you at the roots and you don't see a lot of new growth or whatever, then just go to wait 8 weeks and get it, which is 2 months. And so the thing of it is, again, you don't want to get it too often and overprocess your hair. So you can ask your stylist; they can help you with that too. But going in getting a retouch like every 4 weeks, like once a month, that you will definitely end up overprocessing your hair. So one thing about relaxers too, even though they sell relaxer now, in your local beauty supply, in Walmart, probably in Target, the box no lie relaxers, even though they, readily available at most places, you can get it now. I would never suggest anybody put any kind of chemical in their own hair, because you're definitely going to overprocess your hair and you're going to damage your hair. So God, He only gave us one head of hair. One head is all that God gave us, one head of hair. So once it's gone, it's gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. So bear that in mind. Again, God only gave us one head of hair. So once it's gone, once you've damaged it and stuff from misuse, or from doing your own relaxers, or doing your own color, or any kind of chemical treatment at home yourself, once it's gone, you guys. Sometimes when your hair is damaged, you can restore it back to life, going to a salon. Sometimes you can get it restored, but it may not ever return back to the healthy state that it was. It may be back to healthy, but not as healthy as it was. So you want to be proactive and try to avoid, just over processing your hair, just damaging your hair, just doing the most to your hair till you damage it. Because again, God only gives us one head of hair. That's all we get, and we got to do our due diligence. And I think each of you viewers and subscribers, everybody is worth it. Sometimes we overthink our hair because we're not taking care of our hair. And a lot to do with our hair is internally too, like drinking water, being stress-free, taking multivitamins. Protein is very good for your hair. You can get that in different. I'll put up a thing up here on the screen so you can see what kind of proteins you can eat that's good for your hair. You can also make protein smoothies. Make smoothies. Make sure you put protein in them. Do your due diligence. Do what you know to do, and then be very selective in the stylist that you choose. Also, the maintenance for relaxed hair is, anytime you have a chemical tends to dry your hair out a little bit more. So you want to make sure you keep adding that moisture. If you shampoo your hair at home, make sure that you get that you buy shampoos and conditioners that have the word hydrating, moisturizing, that they have those words on it, because that's what you want to always be adding back to your hair is moisture and hydration. Also, I'm really big on steam hydration. I feel like steam hydration is good for anything. Natural hair, relaxed hair, chemically treated hair, just anybody's hair. Steam hydration is hydrating your hair from the inside out. So it's not like the dry heat that you get from when a stylist put a plastic cap on and we put you under the hair dryer. That's good too, but that's a different type of heat. Steam hydration, on the other hand, is moist heat. So when you're sitting under the steamer, you don't have to put a cap on. You just sit under the steamer with no cap on and your hair just under the steamer, and your hair is being hydrated from the inside out. It's very good for hydrating your hair. It's good for dry hair, brittle hair, color treated hair, natural hair, relaxed hair. It's good for if you have scalp conditions or scalp disorders. It's good for anything to do with hair. So, if you don't want to pay to get steam hydration at a salon, then purchase your own steamer and, you can steam your own hair at home. So anyway, you guys, if you have relaxed hair, that's what you want to always be doing, is adding moisture to your hair. Sometimes, like that old school hot oil treatment, you may want to do that once every quarter, which is maybe every 4 months, but you always want to be adding moisture to your hair, as far as when you shampoo your hair or when you go to a salon. Just ask your stylist, either he or her, ask them like, what kind of, products are you using? Like, what kind of shampoo are you using? And then if you go into a stylist and you like the stylist, but you notice something going on with your hair, it's too dry, it's too brittle, let your hairstylist know. It's a team effort. It's not just about finding a good stylist, and then when you start noticing changes in your hair, you just hop into somebody else's chair. It's about the team effort and working with your stylist. If he or she is professional, on time, great, business acumen, very professional, licensed, all that, then you don't want to just hop in somebody else's chair just because, oh, my hair feels a little drier than it normally does, because when you have relaxed hair, it's going to feel more dry. So that's the reason I'm suggesting and recommending that you add moisture to your hair. You use conditioners and shampoos that say hydrating or moisturizing on the label. You also want to add steam hydration to your hair care regimen, at least I would say month and a half or 2 months, every 2 months or something like that. Month and a half or every 2 months. Steam hydration. A lot of people don't know about steam hydration. A lot of stylists may not offer it. Again, you don't have to rely on a stylist. If they don't have it or they don't offer it, or you don't want to pay their price for it, then just buy your own steam. You buy your own steamer and then you start to steam your own hair. It's very good for the hair. So also just the little things I add about eating healthy, trying to be stress-free, exercising, drinking more water, taking multivitamins, not just a hair. A lot of times when I ask people, do you take multivitamins? They be like, I take hair, skin, and nails vitamins, and I'm not asking them about that. I'm asking them, do they take multi? And the difference is, with the multivitamin, they have every vitamin in there, every supplement, every nutrient in there that you need. That's why it's called multi. So sometimes you can be lacking a nutrient or vitamin in your body, and you can be lacking or low in it, and then it can affect your hair. So that's why I don't ask about the hair, skin, and nails. I ask them, are they taking the multivitamins? Because you may be low in a vitamin or a nutrient that's not in the hair, skin, and nail vitamin. So again, with your hair care, as far as maintenance with relaxed hair, I recommend that you never do your own relaxers. You don't do your own virgin relaxer. You don't do your own relaxer retouch. For some reason, people think that no-lie relaxers are mild relaxers. They are not mild. They are still as strong as a regular lye relaxer. The only difference is they don't start to irritate and burn your scalp as quickly. And so with that, sometimes people tend to leave it on longer. and all of that. So I don't recommend the no lie relaxers. When I had my storefront salon, we didn't even use no lie, because I bought all the products and the shampoos and the color and everything in the salon from my stylist, and I never bought no lie relaxers. If someone said they had a sensitive scalp, we just put the protector, chemical protector on their scalp. We base them up, and you have to make sure too when you get a relaxer retouch that your stylist base your scalp, because from what I'm hearing, a lot of them don't do that, for whatever reason. Maybe they're trying to save money and not buy it. But if you do have a sensitive scalp and you know that you have a sensitive scalp and you're about to get a relaxer the next day, then go ahead and base your scalp some your own self. You can use like some olive oil or some type of oil, or you can use some light, grease or something like that. Don't use anything too heavy that's going to be hard to shampoo out. So you may want to just base your scalp a little bit yourself the day before. And then when you get there, the stylist is going to probably base it again. And then that's the double protection that you'll have. But never, never, never do your own relaxers at home. And I don't recommend, if you do have relaxers, I don't recommend that you get color. And when I say color, I'm talking about blonde or anything higher than like a level 3 or something like that. If you start going up in the lighter colors and stuff, and then your stylist is going to have to use a higher volume peroxide. And with relaxed hair, I wouldn't tell anybody to use higher than a 5 volume. Really using less than a 5 volume, which is a no lift. Basically, really, I recommend using like a semi-permanent color rinse if you have relaxed hair. Or, go into the salon and let them do it. But anything of a higher level or a lighter color, unless you have gray hair, then your gray hair will pick up whatever you put on it, like a color rinse, a semi-permanent rinse that washes out in like 7 or 8 shampoos. If you have gray hair, whatever color you put on there, because gray hair is like a white sheet of paper. You could take a Crayola crayon and you can color a white sheet of paper with a blue crayon, it's going to be blue. Red crayon is going to be red. Purple crayon is going to be purple. So the same with gray hair. Gray hair is just like coloring on that white sheet of paper. Whatever color you put on the gray is going to be that color. So you don't need any peroxide put in it. You can just get semi-permanent color. But the only thing is it'll wash out in about 7 to 8 shampoos. But it's no chemicals in a semi-permanent in a bottle. And the way that you can tell that something is a permanent color is because it's usually in a box. And when you open that box up, it'll have a bottle in there and it'll have peroxide in there. The peroxide may be clear or it may be white. But either way, if you see anything like that, that's a permanent color. So you may think, okay, I'm just going in here buying a rinse. And then you end up putting a permanent color in your hair at home and you're wondering why your hair fell out. So that's why I say do your due diligence. I know sometimes you may want to save money. Who doesn't want to save money? But at the end of the day, again, reminder, we get one head of hair that God gives us. Once it's damaged, that's it. It could be restored back to life, but it may not ever return to the original healthy state that it was. So, that's my recommendation on relaxed hair. Moisture. Make sure you don't do your own relaxers. Make sure you let a professional do your relaxers. I personally don't like no-lie relaxers because it's calcium hydroxide and it leaves a buildup, a coating on the hair that you can't see the coating on your hair, but it's there. And it's nothing that can remove it. Again, I'm going to list the different relaxers on the screen and tell you a little bit about them. But that's my recommendation for relaxed hair. That if you have relaxed hair, it's almost like you had a Toyota. And nothing wrong with Toyota. But you had a Toyota and now you just bought a Mercedes. So, from a Toyota to a Mercedes, The upkeep and the maintenance is going to be a little bit more involved, a little bit pricier for the Mercedes than it was for the Toyota. So it's the same with relaxed hair. You know, if you're not willing to put the coins in there that you need to maintain your healthy hair, healthy relaxed hair, then, you know, you're going to end up seeing some breakage. You know, if you go in and get your retouches too often, you might see some breakage. If you doing your own relaxers at home, you're going to see breakage. You know, it's just different things in this. So if you have any other videos that you want to request, please drop them down below. If you have any questions about relaxers that I did not cover in this video, drop it down below. I hope you consider subscribing. I have over 400 videos on this channel. I'm a licensed hairstylist in Atlanta. Just retired. Yesterday was actually my last day behind the chair. I've owned a salon and 2 salon suites at the same time. I had a team of stylists, just not bragging on me, but just letting you know that when you come to my channel, this is the experience that I have. I also have over 20-something years in corporate America, just returned back to corporate, but I'm still going to be dedicating my channel to what I love. And my channel, I know they say on YouTube it's good to stick with a niche, but I feel like I'm every woman. I want to pour out of my spirit. Everything that I can help you with, I want to pour it out. So it may be hair one day, another day it may be self-love, how to have self-love for yourself. Another day it may be, you know, if you own a salon, how to hire a hairstylist. Another day it may be how to protect yourself, you know, being careful not to get a blood clot. Another day it'll be something else. So on this channel, it's a plethora of wisdom and knowledge that you can get, a plethora of variety of different videos I have. I feel like I'm every woman, you know, and I feel like that I can impart into people who decide to subscribe to my channel, whether you subscribe or not, but I will hope that you will subscribe. Again, I have over 400 videos on here, so it's so much you can watch. All you got to do is go to the playlist and then just choose a video that you might want to see, or go to the playlist and just click play all, and then you can just play the whole video, you know, the whole playlist on a certain topic. And so you guys, any recommendations you have for my channel, please do. And please subscribe, and you're going to see a couple of times in this video where I have a QR code and you can scan the code. It's going to take you right to my homepage for my channel, Sugar Salon TV. Just press and smash that subscribe button, and of course the notification bell, so every time I upload a video you'll be notified. And then whenever you do, you like my video, you leave a comment, you do any engaging and interaction on my channel, it's gonna help my algorithms on my channel, and it's gonna help take my channel higher. And also you can share videos if you see one that you like, oh my God, my mom got to see this, or my grandma, or my dad, or my daughter, or my aunt, or my friend, or my coworker. Just click on the share, and just share it with someone. You're helping out someone who is taking their time to sit in front of you with no experience at all. As far as, you know, I didn't go to school for journalism or anything like that. So just to make a video to just help you along the way. So anyway, God bless you. Happy New Year. You guys be safe out there celebrating New Year. Or for those who staying at home too, you know, be safe. God bless you guys, and I'm going to see you on my next video. Peace and blessings.